Hello all the crazy people out there, my name is Dragonite, welcome back to Pokemon Ultra Moon. So last time, we fought our way through a maze, a teleporter maze of Team Rainbow Rocket, and we arrived at this room. Am I gonna fight both of you? Are we gonna do a double? Alright, no need for my supervisor here to worry himself. We are gonna fight. Are we gonna fight both of you at the same time? Or are we gonna fight you in succession, or are we just gonna fight one of you? So it looks like it's just a one. Firo, this is just going to be another one of those fairly straightforward, non-interesting fights, isn't it? I suppose you have the type advantage on me, being a fighting type, but also, like, I have Z-Power Outrage, so I don't know how long this is going to last. Drill Run? That doesn't have a flinch chance, does it? Alright, that was a normal type move. That was like a 5-hit KO. We can just unleash this. I've been doing this just because I have the Z-Crystal and because I can, more so than because I think I really need it. And we're going to watch an unnecessarily long move animation. Alright, the Final Fantasy summons, or the Golden Sun summons, will be proud. Yeah, I somehow think that was a little bit overkill. So Fear is going down, and I'm going to get a little bit of experience. We're almost level 59. We're definitely, the Pseudo-Legends are definitely in the slow experience growth group, so it's going to take us a little longer to level up on, say, Fusarda and on Streamback Crow than it would on the rest of my team. We are going to fight you also. Alright, let's get this over with. Mud Slap? Really? Alright. So, let's step through this door and see what we can find. You know what, by the way? Is that blue? You're staring at a picture of the sea. This is Team Aqua. Oh wait, that walking sideways initiated the cutscene? Okay, so I was gonna ask, I don't know if we're gonna get a chance to prepare ourselves, but I was gonna ask, like, should I use rare candies on Pokemon on my team who are, like, not close to a level? Because I feel like maybe I should. But anyway. So, this is Archie, leader of Team Aqua. Just when I completed my great plan, I got swallowed up by a giant wave, and then I came around, I was in this world. The boss of Team Rainbow Rocket was kind enough to let me use this room as my own. I've been trying to figure out a way to get back to my home. And I do want to go back eventually, but I find myself thinking, maybe I should make this world more like my ideal while I'm here anyway. I've got this Sea Basin Pokemon Kyogre. Okay. With the power to control the rains, I'll call down a great deluge to wash away this world's land. All life is born from the sea. If we help the ocean expand, we're creating the cradle for future life to grow and thrive. I'm not completely sure if that's how it works, but we'll settle this on the battle arena. The best possible future for both people and Pokemon, don't you think? No, I don't think. Anyway, so you want to get in my way just like that buffoon from Team Magma. Well then, you little scamp. It's the rope's end for you and your Pokemon. Alright, so the question is Kyogre going to be your lead, and are you going to use a rain team? Or is Kyogre going to be, like, your last Pokemon? I hope it's your last Pokemon, because that'll give me, actually, like, time. Mightyena. That'll actually, like, give me time to set things up and deal with you. So I have a plan, if it comes down to it, for fighting a Kyogre. One of those is going to be to switch out, because I want to get rid of that Intimidate, to Bird Brain, and we're going to put out some rocks. And I feel like, if nothing else, Fusarda should be able to... Ice Fang, interesting. Fusarda should be able to take care of Mightyena without too much trouble. Being a fighting type and all, but if we're going to be frozen solid, that might be a different story. So this is going to be a random chance of... So you got the multiple elemental fangs. Alright, so we're going to thaw out in the first turn. We're going to use Stealth Rock. Actually, was it Fire Fang that thawed me out? There are some fire moves that will thaw you. I think Ho-Oh's Sacred Fire. I don't remember if that got expanded to all fire moves at a later date. I feel like it did. Anyway, so Do I think Fusroda is faster than a Mightyena? I was under the impression that Mightyena is pretty fast, but if Bird Brain speed is 115 and Fusroda is 129, then Fusroda will indeed be outspeeding you. I'm going to switch into a resisted Fire Fang, and we're just going to close combat you until you die. And I do have the rocks up now. Alright, so that did like 2 damage. Fortunately, no status effect on that one. We are going to go and use close combat. And Mightyena is going to go down. Level 64, slightly stronger than the things I've been fighting on the way here. That brought both of my defenses down, but that's alright. I'm going to switch out in the event that, yeah, Crobat. Actually, do I think Crobat can really do anything to me? You have Air Slash, but you're also not really a special attack. I guess you might have Brave Bird by this level. Alright, we'll switch out out of an abundance of caution and switch into... Who else can you not do anything to? Gondlahas has a Rock Slide. We'll do that. Alright, so an Air Slash is indeed coming. That might have spelled trouble. Alright, less than half. Cool. That might have spelled trouble for Fusroda, but... Let's see. You're going to use Toxic instead. Interesting choice. As long as Rock Slide doesn't miss. And it missed. That's nice. Do I want to heal? Kind of want to heal. By the way, I absolutely love the Team Aqua Magma battle song. Just going on record saying that. I don't know if you're going to have, like, Venoshock or something. Venoshock would be a resisted hit, but Air Slash, alright. We are going to have a rematch of the last turn, and hope that Rock Slide doesn't miss a second time in a row. You're going to Air Slash me again, instead of trying to poison me, which is probably fine. Alright, you're at 3/4 health thanks to the Stealth Rocks, and that was not enough to take you down. Alright, you know what will be enough to take you down is an Extreme Speed. Use Toxic, I guess. I don't know. You're gonna use Air Slash. That's not gonna do much. Even if I didn't have the multi-scale, that wouldn't do much. I don't think. Should I set up on your face? We're gonna set up on your face. You're gonna use Sludge Bomb. That was a critical hit. Okay. And I think I don't really want to risk another one or risk getting poisoned, which is really gonna put a timer on how much time I have left. So we're just gonna use Extreme Speed now. And that's going to take down Crobat. Alright. Goodbye, Crobat. Your next Pokemon coming on in is going to be Fusroda, growing to level 59. Wants to learn Dragon Dance. I could have Double Dancers. Rock Slide, Payback. I haven't been really... So if I Dragon Dance, Payback is going to lose its effectiveness. I think I have ways of dealing with Ghost and Psychic types. So I'm going to get rid of that. I'm not sure if Rock Slide is going to be a permanent fixture on my team or not. But we can have a second Dragon Dancer. Gondlahas is also going to grow to level 60. And you're going to send in Muck. Okay. Muck is the physically defensive one, I think, and Weezing is the specially defensive one. We're going to go and use Outrage, and hope that that's enough to cut through your physical defense. And Muck is going to go down. At +1, Fly might have been enough, but I didn't really want to risk it. Sharpedo's up next. Okay, so Sharpedo is also going to take rocks damage. Sharpedo is definitely going to go down to an Outrage. Sharpedo's defenses aren't great. And if I can get the 3-turn Outrage... Yeah, Rough Skin. If I can get the 3-turn Outrage and your last Pokemon is going to be a Kyogre, I should be able to outspeed it. It looks like I will get the 3-turn Outrage. And let's see. This is going to be regular Kyogre and not like Alpha Kyogre, which definitely makes this a little bit easier. As insofar as Kyogre can ever be easy. But I have +1/+1 and... See, that should be enough for Kyogre. Groudon is the more physically defensive one of the pair, so it's probably a good thing that I'm fighting this one first. Alright. So, Stream Bakro is going to get confused. I think you have earned your trip back to the Pokeball for a nap after this. You're going to grow to level 62, and we have defeated Team Aqua Archie. Alright, 18,000 Pokedollars for winning, and that was without Pico appearing in that fight too, I think. Whoa, would you look at that? I control the ocean and all its power, and yet here I am, beaten by a little tyke. Alright, you made your point. I see you're not one to be trifled with. If you want to get farther into Team Rocket's castle, though, you'd have better checked out the pictures hanging on the walls. The red one and the blue one, too. It makes me wonder, if there was a trainer like you back in my old world, would I have ever been able to pull off my great dream? What, so is, like, Pokemon like Sapphire and Emerald not canon or something? A switch? Yeah, let's push it. Oh, that just activated the teleporter. So I assume this is going to take us back to the beginning. How is my team looking, by the way? No KOs, nice. I think there was one full restore use, but that was about it. So, okay, that is going to take us back to the beginning. I am going to go in here, talk to Lily, heal my team, and then we'll be on to the next side, I guess. So, is what's going to happen that, like, I'm going to go fight Maxie on the right side, and then, like, these two gates are going to open? I feel like that's probably what's going to happen. Anyway, Fusroda, I think, recently grew to level 59, so you're not exactly close. Everyone else is now level 60 or higher. Alright. I'm gonna go in here. I think after I train Fusroda to 65, I think Lokvakor is gonna be the next, because if you do have... If I am gonna fight a Groudon, having a water type out front probably isn't a bad idea. Of course, Sunlight does nerf water moves, but still, every little bit helps. So let's go and fight you. Is this going to be a different thing? These are not the same. Red, blue, yellow. Show you our rainbow strength. What does that mean? Did that thing have an Eviolite? How on earth did you survive that? Also, that Dragon Dance was definitely a misclick. I had one job, which was to use, like, extreme speed before you were able to get off anything, and I screwed it up. So Lily is gonna have to put my team back together again. Sorry, Lily. You wonder how I ever became champion like this. So let's go see exactly what this is about. This looks like a different gimmick than the teleporter puzzle. But I'm not exactly sure how it's gonna go. I'm gonna push this button. Are we playing Simon? Are we literally playing Simon? We are. Alright, that is not what I expected, but I guess it's a gimmick. At least I'm not doing 2 teleporter puzzles. Let's go and fight you. Oh, you're not gonna fight me? Okay, fine. Am I gonna want to start writing this down? I think I can just barely hold that in my head at once. It went this way, it kind of went crosswise. Are we gonna have to fight? What are you doing? Full heal, thanks, I guess. Let me see that again. If I don't get this... Oh, did it change? Alright, so I think... Are you gonna... I don't get it. Are you gonna keep doing this? Do I have to fight you? Hang on. Alright, fine. I'm gonna write this down. Like, do you do that if I... Does that mean I get it wrong? I'll say it out loud, too. Green, yellow, red, green, blue, blue. Green, yellow, red, green, blue, blue. I thought that's what it was. Yeah, you're gonna keep... Alright, It changed again. So green, blue, blue, red, green, red. Green, blue, blue, red, green, red. Okay, so you're always doing this on the third turn. I guess you're just there to mess with my memory. Huh. Alright, well, I'm gonna keep writing them down, certainly. We got 2 of them now. Are either of you gonna fight me? No? I don't trust either of you. There's 2 deactivated teleporters. Blue, green, yellow, red, green, blue, yellow, red. Okay, so I just made a big mess in my Let's Play notebook, which is where I, like, write down video titles, so I'm gonna have to just, like, write around that. But... green... Really? Okay, let me find some new paper, hang on. This paper, I think, is not being used for anything. I'm gonna also move it where I can, like... look at the screen while I'm writing on my desk. So blue, green, yellow, red, green, blue, yellow, red. Okay, so blue, green, yellow. Okay, so I'm just gonna make a note which ones I've visited already. We're gonna fight. We're gonna fight. So, we've done blue, green, yellow, which was like there, there, and there. Red, green, blue, and we're gonna, so we did red, green, blue in that order, RGB. The last ones are yellow and red. Persian really faster than me, with even at +1. Anyway, the last one was yellow, and up here red. Okay, so that activated both of them. I'm gonna go back and heal. This is, like, kind of ridiculous, but I do actually think this is a pretty interesting take on Simon. So, which is a memory game for those of you who don't know, which is basically this. So we're gonna fight you. This appears to be a dead end. The biggest fan of muck. I don't know if I like the sound of that. Alright, so, cross attack, and in this corner, is this going to be a real one, or is this going to be an electrode? I haven't seen an electrode in a while. That's an electrode. And electrode exploded on me, but that's okay. It didn't really do a lot of damage. So I'm gonna go back here, and are there gonna be more of these? Like, how many of these am I gonna have to do? Really? We're at the end already? That was a lot shorter than the last one. I guess, because I don't think this is gonna be that long. I'm gonna go put Birdbrain out front. I'm gonna heal Fusroda. And actually, you know what? I probably, we're gonna fight at least one of you, possibly both of you. So, assuming that we are going to, have to fight both of you guys and get some free experience for Fusroda, let's go and take care of these guys real fast. Great, we're fighting the annoying ones again. Right, so now Birdbrain is out front, and Birdbrain is going to start out fighting Maxie, I see, with Stealth Rocks. Alright, that ruckus was caused by a child, yes. You are Maxie. You have finally realized your grand design only to be swallowed by a great fissure that appeared beneath me. When I awoke, I was in this world. Alright. Similar experience to Archie. You guys should hang out and have some pizza or something. Anyway, I'm not going to read your backstory because I think we all know what Team Magma was about back in Gen 3. And we're going to do the same thing to you that we did to Archie. Alright, so if we're done staring at each other, I do like Archie's design better though, I have to say. I think Maxie's more like generic cartoon villain, and Archie has a little bit more personality, being a pirate and whatnot. But we're gonna go... I also like this remix of the old, like, battle music. Yeah. So you are also going to lead with a Mightyena. And I'm going to go... Let's see. I'm going to go throw out some Stealth Rocks. And I think... Fire Fang. Yeah, I probably can't really do much more to you. Besides this, you're going to follow the same playbook that Archie did, as I'm sure you will not be delighted to hear. I am going to bring in Fusroda. And should I use Dragon Dance here and just see if I can sweep? Would that be, like, unsporting? Fire Fang? Yeah. Alright, no burn, please. Great. I'm gonna go and ignore that for a couple of turns, and I'm gonna use Dragon Dance. And I'm gonna see if I can be extremely cheap about this fight, the same way that I was extremely cheap about the last fight. Ice Fang? That should do 4 times more than Fire Fang did. Alright. Let me see. I think I will not survive another one, at least not in tandem with the burn. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a full restore, and at +1, let's see if that's enough to power through the rest of his team. No freezing? No freezing. Alright, so I should be faster than you now, I think. And we're going to use close combat, and we're going to hope that we're faster now, because, like, my defenses are going to drop as I do this, and I don't really want to take any hits when my defenses are down. So Mightyena is going to be dead. And we're going to share some experience. Crobat is up next. Crobat might still be faster than me. There's a chance Crobat is still faster than me. Yeah, you're still faster than me. Alright, let's see if I can stand up to one of these. Yeah, nope. Alright. So we will not be extremely cheap, at least not in that direction. It has not escaped my notice, by the way, that this is so far exactly the same team that Archie had. Except for, I'm sure, your final Pokemon. So let's go and use Rock Slide. That should take down the Crobat nice and fast. You're going to poison me. That's not going to be a problem for a couple of turns. And I don't know how long I'm going to stay in there anyway. Rock Slide. Alright, once again, that did less damage than I thought it was going to. I know the Crobat's more defensive than it looks, but... Oh, I should've... Alright. Archie didn't do that. I know Crobat is more defensive than it looks, but I still feel like a Rock Slide should have done more damage than that. Alright, well, that is going to do slightly more damage than Dragon Claw, but it does have imperfect accuracy. And that will just happen once in a while. You know what? Am I gonna be cheap about this in exactly the same way that I was in the last fight? I think maybe I am. Alright, Strewn-Bakwoke. Come out and do your thing. We are gonna go and use one Dragon Dance because the last Dragon Dancer wasn't quite up to the task. And that should give me a +1, should be enough to take down. I don't know if I'm gonna be faster. For the same reason that I didn't really know if Fruits Rodao was gonna be faster, but +1 I should be able to take you down with extreme speed. With the move named extreme speed, not with like speed that is extreme. And Camerupt is up next. Okay, so Archie had a Sharpedo, so it's not exactly the same. So I think Camerupt probably will survive both an extreme speed and a fly, so let's just go and start hitting away with Outrage. If I only get the 2-turn Outrage, then so be it. I feel like I have better ways of dealing with Groudon than I had of dealing with Kyogre. With Strewn-Bakwoke being a special attacker and whatnot. Alright, so Weezing is going to come on in, take some damage to start things off. We're going to use Outrage. And... I'm going to get the... Oh no, yeah, it hasn't said I was going to be confused. So I'm going to get the 3-turn Outrage, but it's not going to really do me any good against Groudon. Alright, so Weezing is going to go down. So we were mostly cheap in this fight. But Weezing just barely wasn't able to... The Stealth Rocks almost were enough to put it over the verge, but not quite. Anyway, Groudon is a pure ground type and not ground fire the way that your Alpha form is. So you're only going to take reduced damage from rocks. And I think I'm going to go... I feel like you're going to use, like, a rock-type move on me, probably. Stone Edge or something. Ancient Power. Okay. Interesting choice. I know you can learn it, but it's not, like, a great move. Oh, you're faster than me. Okay, so Flamethrower is a great move in the sun. Well, weather is not permanent in this game. So theoretically, I could just, like, stall until the weather goes away, and then bring in Kingdra, but I don't really feel like it. Let's go and use Scald. You're going to use Solar Beam. That's going to be a neutral hit, but it is coming in from the special side, and that's not where Groudon's primary offense stat is. That is going to do less than half, which is kind of key here. I'm sure that if you'd used, like, Earthquake or something, that would have done more damage. Okay, so, unfortunately, why did you not do that the last time? That's gonna kill me. That might have killed me from full health if you had used it the first time. I don't know why you did that. Anyway, I'm not gonna bring Pico in. I guess I'll just go back to using Outrage. I don't think Groudon, so Ancient Power, maybe, but it's not a strong attack. Let's see how much damage Ancient Power does, if I heal. Alright, so Ancient Power. If that does more than half, I'm in trouble. Alright, so that, even without the multi-scale, that wouldn't have done. Alright, fine. Yeah, we're just gonna finish this with an Outrage. Oh, you know what? I don't know if I'll be able to kill you. Oh, it doesn't matter. Ancient Power's not gonna... I don't know. I was playing it safe. I probably could have just gotten away with using Outrage on the first turn. But you, Alright, critical hit even wasn't enough to take me down, and an Outrage is. So, good game, Groudon. I don't know why you don't have any physical attacks besides Earthquake. You think you would learn, like, Fire Punch or something. Anyway, Stream Crow is going to grow to level 63. Attack stat of almost 250. And we have defeated Maxie. Once again, we didn't get the amulet coin buff from Pico being in the fight, because Pico wasn't in the fight. That's okay. What makes you so adept at handling Pokemon? There has to be some reason I was defeated. That's what you were trying to say, aren't you? Never doubt the power of dancing dragons, sir. You think I didn't know that? This isn't my own world, after all. Alright, so we're gonna hit the switch behind there, and I guess I'm probably gonna fight Cyrus next. At Cyrus and Getsus, I guess. I don't know if Lysandre from X and Y is gonna appear, or if we're just gonna fight Giovanni after that. But that is gonna have to wait for next time. So, all right, something happened. That's gonna activate a teleporter. I'm gonna end this off here. Next time, we're gonna go farther into Team Rainbow Rocket's castle. This is actually turning out to be pretty long. I'm happy with this. Anyway, my name is Dragonite. You should all go check out Wizarducks and the Lost Hat, which is one of the games that I like to work on when I'm not doing YouTube stuff. Link to the Steam page can be found down below. I hope you all enjoyed that, and I will see you all later.